Hi, I'm going to teach you how to make a virtual tour using free software. We're going to use the RICOH THETA Z1 and a selfie stick. Let's get started. I'm going to use the time shift plugin that is free. I first press the mode button on the side of THETA to put it into plugin mode. I have the time shift plugin selected here. I'll press the shutter button to activate the plugin. Now I'm in plugin mode and I can take a time shift picture. I'm next going to screw the Z1, the tripod holder here, onto the 1/4 inch screw of the selfie stick that I have. You can see that this selfie stick has been modified. It's about $15 on Amazon to be a narrower here to hide the base from the 360 image. I'm going to extend it out to about 50 inches, roughly the height of my head. So you want to take the pictures about as high as possible. I'm using the time shift plugin. I'm going to press the shutter button here. It takes the first image. It's automatically going to take the second image. We're making a virtual tour, so we're going to have linked spheres. I'm going to move the camera a further distance away for the next sphere of the virtual tour. I'll take another shot. I'm going to repeat the process. Move over to the side opposite the shutter button for the next shot. Hi, there's a couple of things to be careful of when using this camera. It's a $1,000 camera, the lenses are fully exposed. If this selfie stick tips over, you will quite likely break the lens. You can apply weights like sandbags to the base of the selfie stick to stabilize it. A couple of other things to be careful of when you're taking the shots. I currently have the camera set in fully auto settings. I'm sticking a standard JPEG image, not a DNG RAW image or an HDR image. Thus, if the camera is exposed to both light and dark areas, it won't be able to get a good shot. If you are in a room or outside where you need to take the details of a dark area, you should use either HDR or DNG, raw image mode. The HDR is a little easier. You can just take the shot and see what it exposes. But I'm going to take the final shot before we start making the pictures back in the office with Martyr Puzzle.
Once you get back to the office, the first thing you're going to need to do is to plug your RICOH THETA into a computer with a USB cable. So I plugged it in. It appears on my computer. It will appear also on Windows or Mac if you're using it. There's a folder DCIM. Go in there, click on 100 RICOH, and the RICOH image files will appear. I've actually identified which pictures to move over to my computer, and I've already moved it over. So I have the pictures from the tour here. The RICOH THETA desktop application will also show it, so you could preview it there. Or you could use this type of free software. For example, FSP Viewer is one that I'm using here. So, and then you could inspect it. To do the linking, we're going to use this free tool, marzipanel.net. So after we create the tour, this tool will actually download it to your computer. Regardless of which virtual tour software you use, the technique is going to be pretty similar. So even if you don't use Marzipanel because you want an easier option to host your pages, you can watch this video and follow on with the basic technique. It's easier if you just run it online. Click on Marzipanel tool right here. And then we're going to start. And then you upload your selected files here. To save time, I've uploaded the files here, so I'll show you a completed tour and how to use this tool. So once you upload the files, you'll be able to see it in this panel here on the right hand side, and the files that you uploaded will be here on the left hand side. If you double click on this little pencil, you could change the name of the view. So I'll call it first picnic table. So how do you go between the spheres? So I'm on the first picnic table, and let's say I don't, it's blank here, so I don't have this. I want to link it to the second picnic table. So there's 3 buttons down here. You can link to hotspot. That's the one you want. So I just clicked it. It appears here, and then you can select the target that you want. So the target is going to be the second picnic table. So once I've selected it, that's it. You don't have to save anything. You can just go to it. Change this one to second picnic table. So if you're looking at it here, or you want it to go, let's say, to the basketball court way down there, first you could set the initial view to this perspective, right? And then I'll set a hotspot here. You can just move it around by the basketball court, and I'll select the basketball court. Okay, so if we go back to the first picnic table, I'm now, because I've set the initial view, I now have the basketball court right in the center. So I could go there. But it doesn't link to this area here on the street. So I remember I took a picture right here, which is this one. That's the street. So I want to set up a link. Okay, so I'm going to put the hotspot right about there where I last was. Since I've already named it, I'm just going to select street. Okay, that's it. So it's pretty easy to set up the links between the spheres. And then when you're done, you just select this. It says export here in the upper right hand side. So you click export, and it's going to download a zipped file. With that zipped file, you then can get it up onto a hosting site. So I'll show you how to get it up onto GitHub pages.